Well, greetings everyone, and look what we have here. Hmm. She's, this is Misan. She's our new puppy. She's hmm. She's 8 weeks old. She's a wire-haired dachshund. Oh, Clara is there. Oh, my mama's friends. Right there. Hmm. Yeah. She's very well behaving little puppy. Yes. Hmm. Yes. She's been very good. Very good little doggo. Very sweet little dog. She's a wiener. She's a dachshund. So she's very long. Like a little sausage. Hmm. There she is. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, let her go now. Yes, sorry, I had to um get her into the care of my darling partner Katya. She's doing whatever she's doing on the other side of the wall. Probably something dog related. Um, so I have my the warning hoodie that I bought from the London private gig. So let's have a look there. Who do we have? We have a lot of people in, apparently, who seem to approve of this. Oh, I have no idea where these hearts are coming from, but probably likes. I don't know. But there's the live chat. Yes, Clara, she is a very precious baby. Um, let's see. Today, my first one is Force Majeure. It's a Belgian brew, but it's alcohol free. So it's a triple, which is a certain type of beer that has come following a beer genre that has come following a Westmalle triple named a beer named Westmalle triple. So the warning, my regular viewers may be wondering, what is this? What is this heresy? Um, uh, it's not heresy. Okay, I'm a fan, big fan of the warning, and I have been for a number of years now, 4 years at least, I think. So, um, probably since 2019, summer of 2019, probably. And now I finally got to see them in London, finally, because this was their first concert or first time in general, that they are performing in Europe. and they played in a I have it somewhere, but the day today the London Bush Hall private gig was on Monday to the 29th of May, and they to the on Saturday they played uh, somewhere in north of England in a festival. But this was their first the London gig that I went to, the Bush Hall. They'll be performing uh, in London for a second time when they will be headlining in O2 Academy Islington or something like that. At the in the end of uh, June of this year. So they are absolutely brilliant. All right, three sisters, just genius. Okay, just wizards, wizards. Just if you have any questions, um, please let me know in the um, comment section, in the live chat, whatever, and if you see any, if I just suddenly drop out and you don't hear anything from me, just ding me on Discord, because that I may not have noticed that my stream has gone online for some reason. Oh, sorry, offline. Anyway, um, they the band was formed in 2013, and these ladies are obviously sisters. The youngest, Alejandra, plays the bass. Paulina, the middle girl, plays the drums, and Daniela sings and plays the guitar. Um, so most of those who follow the band know all this, but my regular viewers uh, do not. So these ladies, just brilliant. They were, as children, they were trained in classical piano. So and they got as far as well, they started playing with practicing rock songs, and they were using using, for example, the video game series Rock Band, and they were posting their videos on YouTube, where their cover of the Metallica song "Enter Sandman" caught up some wind. And hang on, I haven't really checked. Oops, I haven't checked how um, how many views it has. How many videos? The original, yeah, the original video from 8 years ago has 24 million views, and the video or the official music video they did for the Metallica Black album, sorry, the Blacklist album with Alessia Cara, it has 2.9 million views. So these three ladies have gathered some quite a significant amount of views, and so in 2014, so the eldest, the guitarist Daniela, was born in 2000, so she's 23. Paulina was born in '02. She's 21, and Alejandra will be 90. Was born in '04, so she'll be um no, sorry, 19. Yeah, she'll be 19 at the in December. I can't remember which day. Could have been could it have been the 17th? The 17th of December. I could be mistaken. The hardcore fans will probably give me a spanking for this one. Sorry, December 13th. Yes, I have it here. So Paulina, she also sings lead, the drummer, and it's a miracle. She's not. Hardly ever out of breath, given um, how hard she goes on the drums. I mean, she breaks drumsticks, the drum, the plastic thing you beat. I don't. I have no idea what the uh, word is in English. It's rumpukalvo in Finnish, but it's which translates to drum film or drum foil. So it doesn't really translate. Oi, prosit. There's some sneezing going around. Um, so they went haywire with their video from of the Metallica song "Enter Sandman." It's really viral, and Kirk Hammett, the guitarist of Metallica, has complimented uh, the drummer Paulina being the ultimate kick-ass drummer the universe has ever seen, pretty much. Um, so they got their first album. Um, well, they first recorded an EP called Escape the Mind in 2015. Then full length studio albums 21st Century Blood 2017, Queen of the Murder Scene, which was a concept album in 2018, and Error, which came out last year. They've had 10 music videos, I think. Um, one of whom, two of which were directed by their manager Rudy Joffroy. Um, he's an interesting guy. So, excuse me. Yeah, so I just checked. So their manager, um, has directed or co-directed two of their videos, Evolve and Money. So, and they were in 2019 awarded for Independent Music Awards for Queen of the Murder Scene, but did not get it. So, okay, so let's go. They've had several singles, and so they've had an interesting discography. So they were independent from 2015 to 2020. They um, got their uh, 6-song EP, Escape the Mind, uh, recorded and released by 2015 via GoFundMe. They went to Ellen DeGeneres show, and they were raising funds to get to the Berkeley Berkeley College of Music training program for the summer, and eventually did. And then in 2020 they signed with Lava Records, and they their first full length album, 21st Century Blood, from 2017, and I think they in when it comes to live performances, I think they play a bit too little of the 21st Century Blood um, um, songs, but I could uh, some may disagree. And the Queen of the Murder Scene came out in November of 2018, and someone was actually asking in a group um, that how old they were when they when they were composing or writing the songs for was it Queen of the Murder Scene in particular? Yes, Queen of the Murder Scene, and it made me realize that how young they are and were at the time um, of the video of the recording and the songwriting and the recording of the album, both 21st Century Blood and Queen of the Murder Scene. But yes, they were something maybe seven. Danny was maybe something. She in 2018 she turned uh, uh, 18 in January, and the album was recorded in uh, end of November the same year. So she would have been 16, 17, 18 at the time, probably 17-ish, 17-ish, thereabouts, when, and then Paulina was 2 years younger. That would have been 15, so 13, 15, and 17, basically. And when you go listen to 21st century 21st Century Blood and Queen of the Murder Scene, does that sound to me? They are so good. They do it so. What they do, they are so. Yeah, drumskins, says Clara for the drum question. Yeah, but they are so good that at the age of 13, when they were the if we take for example the Queen of the Murder Scene album, it's just mind blowing to think that it sound the song. I think the songwriting, the bunch sounds like they've been doing it for who knows how many years, decades even. It sounds like it sounds as if they've been doing it for longer than they've been alive. So it's curious. It's really curious. Um, and secondly, their most recent album, the most recent album that they made with the record deal with Lava Records. They got a five album deal. The studio album Error, that was released in, I think it was in June or July last year. Uh, it's even better. it's even better. Look, the I told I told someone that um, the London gig, the private gig, was the best was the best uh, gig I've probably ever been to. At least, and if not, so at least the two pre they've been. It was far better than the two previous gigs I went to combined, and that says quite a bit because the last two gigs I went to, the two previous gigs I went to were Ghost and Rammstein. I went to see Ghost a couple of years ago because the pandemic hits and shit went down and all that. And then Rammstein, we went to see Rammstein last summer in Göteborg or Gothenburg, Sweden. So it's weird. It's really, really, it was really, really good. And so there was a man um, called Phil who was at the concert on a oy, oy, yes, at the Bush Hall gig. So there was a man called Phil from Wings of Pegasus. He was a special guest there, and he helped with. He did the Q&A. So at the gig, and he had the privilege of having a long interview with the ladies. I think 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe something like that. And I thought, why not uh, have a look at it? How uh, beware the 5 hour. Okay, Liam Wayfield says, beware the 5 hour album deal. They usually have a time limit on them and force artists to release songs which they normally wouldn't in order to fill the quota. Well, look, they got the deal. Of course, we don't know the specifics, but um, they had pretty much when they did the album Error that they had everything. They controlled pretty much everything. um so they had oh the oh yes, Clara replied for me. uh the warning has more material than they'll use and continue writing. I don't think there'll be an issue. Yes, and the deal was facilitated and for the most part, to my understanding, negotiated by their They have two managers. One of them being their dad. Their dad is one of the two managers, and they've got Rudy Chofroy, who's a tough nut to crack. So I believe they got a really good deal, and they actually many independent bands use Patreon, and the warning is no exception to that. And they negotiated with the record label that they got a deal with the record label that they can keep the paid that they can keep Patreon, because the thing is often, to my understanding, the you make a record, yeah, you make a record, a record deal with a record label, and they'll give push you shove you some money to push you to gigs. They'll, at least back in the day, they loaned the band the money to for the studio, and then took a cut from the uh, and then to cut from the record. Well, it was they would take a cut from the sales, record sales. But in this case, the warning did not need that, because that kind of stuff, because they had the uh, Patreon, etc. And honestly, they with just the GoFundMe alone, they had the GoFundMe brought them 176 over 176,000 US dollars. So that's a lot of money. So the answer is, there's always an issue when artists are made to release within a time frame. Hopefully their manager has not signed. No, their manager, their two managers, their Daddy and then Rudy Joffroy, they do not sign shitty deals. And for example, the daddy Louise, he signed the deal on behalf of the youngest daughter, because she was a minor at the time the deal was the deal was made. So the daddy was happy enough with the deal to put his own name on behalf of his daughter on that paper. So let's go and see what Phil has to say. Oi, oi, no sound. Okay.
Morning have been not only in the UK but in Europe as they are now. I thought I'd let you know what happened at the show, and it's going to give me an opportunity to talk about things that I don't necessarily get the chance to talk about in other videos regarding live performances. So first of all, a huge thank you to Graham for inviting me down in the first place, and the guys
Is the sound
for
okay now?
organising the event.
Is the sound okay? There's apparently I had the damn thing muted. A bit quiet. Okay.
Event.
Let's
This
go.
is something that has been a long time
now
in the making,
just
because it was due to happen before COVID, but then COVID happened and everything obviously had to get postponed. But it's great that after a few years it finally happened. So a lot of organisation.
I do wholeheartedly agree with Phil. It was well overdue. Way overdue. Yeah, I just cranked up the volume. So let's have a look. Do I have nothing special? Okay, let's hop over to here.
In that particular live situation by looking at each other. And I mean, just having that level of communication is a huge thing anyway. Also, they're communicating through looks and things that musically you can tell that they are either changing or adapting in that particular live situation by looking at each other. And I mean, just having that level of communication is a huge thing anyway.
They've talked about this before, the ladies, that being sisters, they have this very. I just watched that interview with them. That was from a radio show, I think. that was filmed on with the camera, and they just talked about this, and it's really really weird. Um, you know, three sisters with a who grew in the same household with relative quite a significantly um, a reasonable age difference between 4.5 years or so. Uh, yeah, it's they often siblings of the same gender who have very little age difference tend to get not always but often a special kind of way of communicating, not as um, not as intense as you might expect from, for example, twins or triplets, but still close enough. Okay, let's see where. Uh, let's see the. I'm probably gonna get some get a copyright ID claim again for playing this, for playing something like this, but I don't care. This I showed you um I played you the original uh, Enter Sandman video to you last time, but I have never showed you this one. It's the Enter Sandman official music video with Alessia Cara and the warning for the Metallica Blacklist album. That one is not exactly my kind of, you know, I don't particularly like that voice. I've heard it before, but it's really, really, really good. It's really super good. So. Tuck you in within, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light. There we go. Grown up a few notches there. So Liam says used to do the same with strangers when playing jazz gigs. Much less of a thing in rock, where the audience expects to hear a carbon copy of what they know from the recording. Interesting point. A nice one. A nice one. Now, secondly, I would love to go and have a look with you on how the warning videos performed as of right now. The warning rock sisters in London, the very first one, is 6,992 views. Let's see, and it's just short, so it's just short of 7,000. Please go spam that that link. I'll provide you a link in the chat. Go share that link. It's the first the warning video. It has I now have had more subscribers, so that I can have 7,000 views on it by the end of the day. And let's see, the other the after concert video has 5,500 views, and I have an extra edit version uh, uploaded, but it's private. So let me do something for you. Hello, Purple. Okay, so I'll make you. Okay. Let's see. If I release the. Yeah. Okay, I just posted you a poll. Should I release the extra edit post concert the warning video? It's basically the same. It's basically the same. It's essentially the same, but it's much improved. Much improvements are made. For example, horrible spelling errors that I made in the captions there, and I fucked up some picture layouts and stuff. So let me know if you want, if I should release the extra edits post concert video. Okay, one says yes, but okay, let's see. It's interesting to see these. It took me a while to notice these things that I had available. Like, it's in Finnish. Oh, oh. So basically, okay, so okay, let's make another one because I didn't realize it was in Finnish. Okay. Should I release the edit? Okay, again, but I think that was a clear vote for yes. Kyllä is yes in Finnish. So yes has won. Well, I will apparently the the audience has spoken, and I will release that video after this stream is over. I will go and edit the title. It's still in beta, so let's go with the Oi, not here. Here.
Because if you imagine a band who have got together, who don't know each other, haven't lived with each other, and then they might not understand these looks and get a little bit confused, and maybe a live performance can get derailed because they're not all on the same page. You don't get that with the girls, but because of this relationship, they have authenticity. And to kind of clarify what I'm talking about, when the girls are playing and say that they do make a mistake, or or one of them, especially with the acoustic set, because they didn't have a long time to plan it, they're very much busking out songs that actually they might not have played in years because they've not really done this kind of thing. But that's the great thing about them, that they'll just say, yeah, we'll go and do it. It might be a bit ropey, but you know, that's it. And that's what authenticity is. Everyone knows that, yeah, this isn't something that's planned, so it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, because otherwise, next I'm gonna get a copyright claim from Phil. So it seems as if the audience has spoken. All four people who took part in the poll says that I should release the video. Release the Kraken or something. Okay, I'm crazy. But my regular viewers already knew that, I think. So the Mental Monday video that I made hasn't really performed well, I think. But I hope the series will eventually perform well. I will, of course, evaluate constantly as to what doesn't work on this channel, and will act accordingly. I did it. It was so amazing. By the way, there are pictures. I think there's a video somewhere that, oh yeah, okay. So I think I need to get you a video from the concert. That's what is a video that Clara actually filmed. Where do I have it? Media file, MP4. Okay, there. I didn't think of this earlier, but okay. I need to dig up the video from the gig, from the meet and greet. Meet and greet, where the blue blaze? Oh, here. work pattern that I gave them. His work pattern being a small like Bertil Mumintroll. I they have one now. So let's talk about that one as Gustavo. Hmm? Uh, now he's traveling all around Europe and then going north to North America, where they will be, by the way, opening for Guns N' Roses. There you go. There you go for rock stars. If you're opening for uh, if you're opening for Guns N' Roses, you're doing something right with regards to how to run, at least when it comes to how to run your uh, rock band, how to play, how to make your music. So yeah, it was super good time, wasn't it, Clara? It was like, uh, and it still baffles me as to how is it that you actually recognize me on the street. It's just sorry, but it's weird. For me, it's weird, but I was really taken aback. Really complimented that I that someone recognized me. Just like that. Where is the overlay? There Okay, okay, there we have it. It's weird, but maybe it's something that I'm not meant to understand, really. So, please, by the way, mm, like this stream. Also, my other ones too, but I'm not expecting you to watch my other 230 videos like as of right now. But hey, like it, check the links, check the Patreon, check the PayPal. So so they these ladies will be doing something right, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to push their way into Europe, push their way to um, pushing their way to making making three full studio albums, um, getting what no other Mexican band rock band has ever done before, and get a record deal to make a deal with a major uh, record label. That's something that no one has uh, really done before them. So that's done something. Yeah, it's really amazing, truly amazing. Yeah. Okay, maybe this was it for the very first the warning Wednesday. It's semi-regular. It's not every week, but pro- perhaps twice a month at least. But we'll see. And next, I'm off to probably take the dog out. Ooh, let the dogs out. Okay. Um, and then I'll release the extra edits version. And I'll see you on Friday. Yeah, poop time. Yeah. is I'll see you on Friday for another episode of Random Friday. Until then, bye.